Hello! Are we live? How are we all doing today, eh? Hey, who's even watching this? I just realized it on my phone. I knew I was missing something. Ugh. Sorry, guys. This is a very casual stream. It's going to be a very short stream compared to the ones I usually do, which is why I didn't make the effort to come fully prepared. We just wade over to here. Oh, look at that, Mr. Matt foot reveal. I don't know if that's the first time. Yes, I happen to be barefoot, and look at my feet. Aren't they just delightful? Yeah, let's just forget that happened. Let me get my phone on its little stand. Thank you very much. Fellas. Right. Yeah. Child's entertainment cheese. It's chewing time. I don't know why you're talking about cake, but okay. I see Creeper and Mac in chat. Hello, welcome. Super Soul earlier messaged, if it would come up on here. This game is okay. It's not bad, but not amazing. Doesn't take itself seriously. Overall, alright. Respect that. Nice to have your own little review in chat. Don't know if you'll be here, but that's fine either way. But yeah, today, guys, is the music too loud? The music's honestly, yeah, the music is a bit loud, and I'm not sure why. Let me turn myself up, and the music's already turned down. I'm just gonna skip to the next track. I don't like this track. Honestly, I might remove. I'm just gonna say this right now, guys. I might actually remove some of the tracks from this playlist. Fuck off. Cause like, why are these ones grayed out? Wait, why are these ones grayed out? These should be available. How long have those been unavailable? You have to go back to my local files and fix that. There's actually nothing to hide here. I can do that right now on stream. But I was going to say, I'm not a fan of these tracks. I'm going to be honest. Like, the 1.18 Minecraft tracks are just kind of mediocre. Stand Tall is nice. Left the Bloom is alright. I'm tired of Ancestry. The way it rumbles in my ears is unpleasant. Wending's alright. Infinite Amethyst. Now this one's an actual banger. What's One More Day? They just all kind of sound the same, you know? Floating Dream is kind of like Biome Fest. I don't dislike it. Comforting Memories is okay. It's like seeing a DDLC. But yeah, other than One More Day, I might just get rid of all these, to be honest. But yeah, and I need to fix my local files because I'm missing all of these. None of this is secret. These are all songs that I have downloaded because they're in continuity error videos or something like that. Oh god, which one's which? I don't want to have to do this now, but I do. Where is the stuff? Hold on a second. Let me just go find the folder. Oh, I might not have the folder added to Spotify for some reason. I must have moved something around and it broke the link. It will be in music. Where's my Debate Direct? I don't have my Debate Direct playlist. Oh my god, did I delete these songs? Guys, I think no, not that. Guys, I think I deleted these songs off my hard drive. So, you're only going to have, for this stream, C418, other Minecraft music, and DDLC. You're only going to have Minecraft and DDLC tracks. I'm going to revamp this again at some point. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter, because this is going to be quite a short stream, guys. It's so windy here, my door keeps opening. But, this is going to be quite a short, simple, to the point Debate Direct, because the thing is, Debate Direct is a series that's not consistent. Often, I forget that Debate Direct is a thing. I just forget it exists. And then I go like a whole month or more, as I have just done, without doing a single episode. And it's like, we should be further on by now. You know, episode 100 is actually coming up now. We're almost at episode 90. And it's like, that's coming. That's gonna happen soon. And I need to be thinking about that. So, for now, oh yeah, hang on, yeah, what about the Celeste music? The Celeste music isn't on the local drive. Where's the... What happened to the... Oh yeah, no, the Celeste music. I didn't mention it. You're right. Thank you, Mac. I forgot. Yeah, the Celeste music's here. That's all good. Whatever. I might get some non-Minecraft Super 18 stuff in there. There's some good stuff from like Baton and I haven't included. But why are we talking about? This is boring. None of you care. This is housekeeping. Look, technical about stuff like my streams. If any of you actually cared, you would have noticed anyway. Like, oh, look, he changed the end screen icons. Oh, look, the description was updated. No one gives a shit. Let's get on with the content. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Debate Direct, finally. Look, I needed something that I could plan and do easily and simply. So, here's the thing. Here's the honest truth, okay? I was going to... Oh, this music is not... It doesn't... No, I'm skipping track. This is much more appropriate. Okay. Honest disclaimer. I wanted to do a game review because it's been too long, and I realized, oh my god, and this was ages ago, I realized, oh my god, I haven't reviewed Iron Lung yet. Let's do an Iron Lung game review. That might seem a bit in poor taste right now, so I think I'm gonna wait until like the Markiplier Iron Lung movie is out or something, and then do it around then, and hit that trend, rather than real life submarine. Because, you know, I thought that's probably gonna make me look bad. Like, that might come across as disrespect. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be the guy to do that. Alright, that ain't me. So today we're reviewing Choo Choo Charles, because this is a game I did a Let's Play on a while ago, had a lot of fun with. I went as far as 100%ing the game. It was a nice little series, but I never did a game review, so we're going to head over to the store page of Choo Choo Charles, and we are going to type out our review in the box here, same as we always usually do for these game reviews, just because I haven't done one yet, and it's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm just going to read chat. You guys can enjoy the view of my 100% completion. And yeah, we're just going to get started once I'm there. So, Super Soul, Mac, Creeper, already said hello. True Player, imagine not wearing socks. SMH, listen buddy. Listen buddy. It's hot. The shirt might also come off if you're not careful. Look at that, guys. Bad Batch. Do you guys remember the Bad Batch? I don't know if you're interested, but when Season 3 airs, which will be the final one, there will be a Debate Direct, same as there were for the first 2 seasons, with a full tier list. But yes. Also, yeah, Ethan is adrenaline pumped, and me and Matt just finished up with something special. Don't tell him. I wasn't going to mention it. It's secret. But yeah, we were just doing something. That's why I've been offline all day. Contra, hello. Is anyone joining the debate? No. So, weirdly enough, the first game review I ever did on Debate Direct was actually Terraria, and I did it with Tasha, Brotato. But ever since then, I've always done these solo because of the way the format works now. The very early one was like the 3rd episode, so the format wasn't established. Game reviews are a solo endeavour. However, there are going to be other debate directs in future, which may or may not involve discussion and debate with other people about game design things, possibly specific games, possibly tier lists. Who would wear socks? It's 29 degrees. Exactly, Livy. I'm with you. Like, it's too hot to be wearing socks. What we should all do is just strip our feet naked and show them off to the world and just all get together and just, like, you know, check out each other's feet. I think that's a great, normal, healthy idea to be doing with people under the age of 18. Just because it's summer, obviously. Why else? Anyway, it's like that ambience move, the diabolical mat. Oh yeah, I remember what it was. But yeah, Choo Choo Charles review. I've never been so scared shitless of Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, I never go no socks. What, Ethan? Please tell me you're wearing those like light ankle sports socks that have nice aeration, because stinky feet. I need a shower. I'm gonna be going for a shower this evening probably. I always shower before dinner. Yeah, I don't know when. Don't worry about that. But I need to go shower after this video, and I've just realised my schedule. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah. I just pressed delete on a video file and it made a shortcut. Insta misinput for real. He's trying to speedrun delete %, shortcut %. Anyway. But yeah, Livy, I respect that, but I also immensely respect people making good memes, although it's definitely gotten old now. Psh, Star Wars nerd. Can you imitate the sound of a lightsaber? Do you want me to do that? You want me to imitate the sound of a lightsaber? It's a geek, not a nerd. Which itself makes me a nerd. Anyway, I'd rather keep my feet away from Wiki Feet. What the hell is Wiki Feet? I didn't mention Wiki Feet. That was you. Livy, what websites have you been browsing? You sussy baka. Anyway, Insta is also a sock wearer. It happens so much. It's just, please stop % now. I'm out. Also, Robbie, welcome to the stream. 10 out of 10 imitation sounds also like the original sounds. Thank you. I've had many years of listening and imitating to do. Anyways, let's get on with this. So, Choo Choo Charles. Before we begin, what is your opinion on Choo Choo Charles? I'm just curious. What is your opinion? Because, I mean, today's question of the day is, should it have a sequel? Which is a whole separate thing. And again, as always, if you want to win a shout out, guys, give me the best answer to the QOTD, and you'll be linked down there with Comic Relief. Today's charity shout out, I'm just going to mention now, just to be a short stream. These guys help fund and organise incredible projects that support people's lives in the UK. They usually do, like, comedy-based events, hence, like, Comic Relief. They're the people behind Red Nose Day, and they help lift people out of poverty, people struggling with, you know, economic problems all across the world, really. You can see all the different projects here. There's quite a lot. Some of it's in the UK, some of it's in, like, you know, Kenya, for example, Nairobi. And yeah, you can find out all on the website. It's all there. Everything's in the description, as always. But yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. What do you guys think of Choo Choo Charles, honestly? I mean, here's the thing, right? Because I was thinking about this. Every single time I do one of these reviews, it's always a thumbs up. It's always a, yes, I recommend this game because I like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have played it for so long. I wouldn't have 100%ed the game and collected all of the achievements. The truth is, guys, if I didn't like a game, I wouldn't go out of my way to do a Debate Direct reviewing it. Because I only do these game reviews on Debate Direct with games that I have played extensively enough to either have 100%ed or have done a full playthrough of. And those games, obviously, I like them, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. And maybe I should mix it up and do some reviews on games I dislike. But the thing is, if I dislike a game, I don't play it. The games I dislike are the ones that I've only seen or played a little bit of, generally. Because if I actually play something, it means I like it. If I didn't enjoy Amori, I would have stopped playing it by now. I would have just done 1 or 2 episodes and thought, because I've done series before where I've played purely because there's demand for it and because other people enjoy it. And I kind of learned my lesson there that it's just not worth doing. So, yes, obviously it's going to be a thumbs up. But let's go into more detail. Let's try and be fair and balanced. I mean, very positive reviews. This game's done well, but does it really deserve it? What are the specifics? Let's get started, eh? Hey, I have browsed no such thing. You literally said yourself I'm way too innocent to be seeing certain things like that Star Wars thing. That is true, Livy, but appearances can be deceptive. There's a saucy backer inside all of us at the end of the day. I think, maybe. Welcome to the internet. Oh god, yeah. If you guys know the, did I ever tell you about Ahsoka Tano? Yeah, it's something else. Yeah, I saw that years ago. Man, I am... hay fever's a bitch. I'm sorry. Ugh. Yeah, DJ, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. You're just in time to see the start of the actual review. Max says 7 out of 10. It's solid, but overall it's not that original or unique in terms of quests. I like the comedy and a lot of train battles. They're great. Anyway. Alright, well, let's get started, okay? Now, I have a bit of a rough system when it comes to reviewing games. Not all games can be compared by the exact same metrics, so the exact metrics, you know, they change. But generally, my metrics for, you know, how I review a game, first and foremost is story. For some reason. Gameplay should be first, but that's just who I am. I'm even going to put lore in brackets. But yeah, story slash lore, gameplay, obviously, and then it's like production stuff. In fact, you know what? It's best explained in this video that I made a while back. Man, this looks so cool. Hey, that's cool. It actually transforms at the end to the fully decked out armored variation. Look at that trailer. Absolutely delightful. Epic. I love the way the trailer's made. Anyway, but it's actually best explained in this video on Continuity Error. Okay. I did production, writing, and gameplay. So I'm going to reverse that, okay, because it's kind of an order of importance, okay? So it's gameplay, writing, production. And each one has a subset, okay? Gameplay is game mechanics, balancing, replayability, all of that kind of thing, alright? Writing is obviously story, lore, you know, style, right? I'll explain that in a bit. Production is things like sound design, models, animations, you know, UI. And then there's extra stuff, maybe like accessibility, you know, which always gets extra points, that kind of thing. You know. So I got to think about this like categorically. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched this video, definitely consider checking it out. What is this? I'm not even going to watch it for context, but just know at 1452 of how SCP Secret Laboratory uses perfect player agency review of design. Do you guys, you know, I'm gonna do an out of context meme. This is for all the people not watching, so you're not gonna get this. I'm just gonna go like, it's like, I'm trying to think when. Look at that reaction. It's like, I woke up, went and burned a village, then went home and played Minecraft. Nah, no, that meme doesn't work here. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, you know, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm like, me when someone says that they are dehydrated. No, me when someone says that they don't like water. There we go. No, even better. Ew. You drink water? Why am I typing? Drink water? Cola tastes way better. Me. 1452. In my God. It's just like you have to look up this random obscure thing for context. There we go, new meme, and it's like, watch this become the most viewed part of the video. How funny would that be? Oh my gosh, yeah, I don't know why that is my face. Anyway, enough shameless self-promo, let's get on with this. But yeah, new sticker? Guys, if you want to meme it, go ahead. Just please get the maximum quality. I put the video in 1080p with 60 FPS. The camera's actually 720, so it won't look the crispest, but please, I try. OMG, Continuity Error Choo Choo Charles video confirmed. You know, I was thinking about doing a video, but I never got around to it. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, the Celeste music hits, and now I'm absolutely vibing. Fair enough. I need a tissue, guys. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Oh, much better. Alright. As we were. Anyway, we're going to get on with this. So, going to have an intro and conclusion and everything. Choo Choo Charles, and just without even thinking about all this stuff, Choo Choo Charles is a fun adventure game with a unique gimmick, elements of horror, comedy, and if I could please, and some RPG, I don't know, quest mechanics. The gameplay would be the gameplay is defined by this game's unique I don't want to say gimmick again. The gameplay is defined by this game's train-based premise. While you... I'm trying to explain this. So, what I'm thinking, right? Choo Choo Charles. Gameplay, it's like... While there are fairly typical mechanics of exploration in this open world map, and I'm actually going to mention the impressively large open world map for an indie game. And interactable item. I'm not explaining this well. Okay, let me just start off. Okay. CCC's gameplay is unique and satisfying to progress through. Having your train be essential for any kind of combat. Your respawn point and the whole sequence of a Charles encounter. I'm not explaining this. I'm starting over because I'm not explaining this well at all. Alright, let me just make notes. Okay, so gameplay, right? Gameplay is good. I like the gameplay. Gameplay. Train thing unique. Charles encounters balanced but fair. Because you have to kind of like use your time to upgrade your train and stuff. But it's like, whoa. Okay, that filter keys. Okay. Don't know why I was holding that down. Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't know why the words just aren't coming to me right now. Because I'm trying to analyze this, and it's been a while. But it's like, you know. Then there's also the stealth sections, right? Stealth sections in caves / mines. Not great, not bad, is my take on those. I'll elaborate more in a minute. Upgrades and customization. Oh, and then there's also the Slender minigame. The side quests. Side quests for scrap. Then we've got story, which I'll talk about in a bit. And production, which I'll talk about in a bit. In fact, no, I'm going to go through these basic notes right now. So the story is, I'm going to say it's a compelling premise. Excellent mascot horror. This is a peak mascot horror game. Because it's a horror game that actually utilizes its mascot to its fullest extent. I mean, I feel like there's not a whole lot more that could have been done with Charles himself. I think Charles himself was one of the absolute highlights of this game. Although there are a few other things. But it's not like Bendy the Ink Machine, where the titular character gets sidelined, or Five Nights at Freddy's, where the titular character gets sidelined in every single game except, like, the first one. Anyway, fairly interesting lore. It's not, like, the most insane lore ever, but it's interesting. And Sequel potential is interesting to talk about. The characters as well. Characters, super important for the writing. Characters are nicely varied and some very memorable. I think they're all memorable in their own right, but some are more than others. World building. Is the world building any good? You know? Also, again, I feel like Eugene's death adds a lot of stakes to the story. And the way the story entwines with the gameplay, progression leading to final boss. I will say the ending is very sudden, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but you know, it's a solid game. In terms of story, I think story was actually one of the highlights as well. Production, the graphics are very interesting because of the style. Everything is hand-drawn. Hand-drawn, but also digital style. Charles is nightmare fuel. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Atmosphere is consistent. This game's actually pretty nicely rounded. They are Frog Balloon. I'm just waffling. Balanced and fair are synonyms. I'm just waffling. It's what I do. Don't worry about it. When I type up the full thing, it'll make more sense. But, like, it's been a little while, so I need to think about this. I'm taking my mind back. The thing is, I was motivated to 100% this game, and I think that says a lot. But, yeah. Sound design. Train whistle is particularly chilling. What else is there to access? UI, not bad. I felt motivated to 100% this game because it was fun to explore and discover secrets and new ways of doing things. Like, do you guys remember? I did some of this off camera, but like I came back to try and beat Charles, you know, without upgrades and like, you know, get all the train colors and stuff, like, and you know, find like the rubber ducky Easter egg and like the dolls in the woods. Those were so cool. Secrets hidden in the map. Eerie and I should say compelling. They added to the world building. It's very cool. Honestly, man, now that I think about it, I really like this game. I might be a bit generous with the rating. I wasn't sure how high I would give it, because I was thinking, well, but there's no problems jumping out at me. Everything I've said so far is positive. It doesn't really have big problems. It just doesn't have the maximum potential, I guess. Like, I don't like the fact that the mouths aren't animated. I thought that was a very strange stylistic choice. But that's such a nitpick. I forgot about the chess mechanics. That's cool. The kind of like loot. I should also really widen this. But like the loot, literally loot boxes. I will say I have issues with the stealth sections and the cult. I have issues with the cult. I think cult shotguns knockback is insane. Stealth sections are a bit undercooked, is how I think they could do with a bit more complexity. Alright, I think it's time to write out the full thing. Let's do this. And I'm actually going to use section titles. Gameplay. Choo Choo Charles. I'm just going to put CCC. The title of the game. CCC's. Neat gimmick of having the game loop center on the train is quite compelling. I love how you can upgrade and customize your train, since you'll be spending a long time there. The game doesn't force you to use it. It is actually possible to beat the game trainless, but because of the constant roaming threat of Charles and the layout of the map, in addition to the fact that your only weapon is attached to the train, a lot of effort was put into making the train fun and replayable, which is important. Charles encounters, maybe I should structure this differently. I feel like I do a whole paragraph just talking about Charles himself. Charles encounters are fairly balanced, with a grace period, with an effective tutorial and grace period at the start of the game, and the wide variety of ways to obtain scrap, the currency of Choo Choo Charles. I think that needs to be a separate. This to be this game is an adventure game first and foremost, and it has an RPG/quest style progression that feels satisfying to go through. Or not go through, since there are a lot of optional objectives in CCC. So then we've got the unique gimmick of the train, the Charles encounters, the stealth sections off the train admittedly felt undercooked. Right, what am I saying? It's good that they were exclusive to areas Charles couldn't reach you, but they lacked. Whoa! Hello? Is that the wind? Dude, why is the wind so strong today? I need to, my shoes are not holding the door. I'm going to move my whole shoebox up against the door, just so it stops banging. Good lord. Didn't realise it was open. But yeah, the stealth sections admittedly felt undercooked. It's good that they were exclusive to areas Charles couldn't reach you, but they lacked complexity, and the cultists were super annoying. It was unclear what their range of vision was, and the sheer knockback of their guns means that the whole section becomes unplayable if you are spotted just once. It's annoying. Mowing them down later in the game felt real good. Felt real good though. I already kind of talked about upgrades and customization, because that's to do with the train. The Slender minigame. Scrap. I should talk about scrap. I already talked about this. I'm gonna talk about scrap and then slender. So, scrap, slender, scrap, slender. The entire game loop hinges on having scrap to repair and upgrade your train. While the game is technically beatable without any upgrades. Strap is essential for improving your experience and fighting Charles, which you will have to do at least once after the intro sequence. For this reason, I am pleased that the developer thought to make Strap so abundant in loot boxes, via loot boxes and side quests, without making the overall game too easy. The game doesn't force you on one path. Speaking of side quests, the Slender reference, I might spoiler this. The Slender reference minigame was marvelous and a truly terrifying experience. Arachnophobia aside, the main game isn't really that scary. It's more actiony, but the true horror of the eerie and ghostly sound effects and character model in the maze really got my heart rate up. They did. If you guys will remember, like, I was really scared of the Slender section. Duncan, I will censor the spoilers. I will censor the spoilers. I hadn't thought about that. It's just that, like, I don't know. I could do a spoiler-free review, but with this far now, I want to talk specifics. I don't really have a rule about whether or not I make my review spoiler-free. It's been a while, guys, so I don't remember, but, yeah, I'll censor the spoilers. Don't you worry about it. Anyway, my heart rate up. Not knowing where to rush to while a horrifying grey visage sped towards me. Was really scary. That's all I'm gonna say. I might go retype some of this anyway. But yeah, next up, story. The premise of this game is fairly compelling. I like the idea that we're some monster hunter, and Eugene is one of the most iconic, likable tutorial characters I've ever played with. Which is especially tragic since he dies as soon as the tutorial is over. The emotional stakes of the intro sequence set the tone and wait for the rest of the story effectively, and that leads us to the colourful cast of the rest of the Islanders. Almost all of them have an interesting personality and place in the world, but between the solid world building and backstory of the overall game, there are individual highlights and amazing humor, such as the legendary Pickle Lady. I love Pickle Lady. She's so funny. Isn't her name just Pickles? So she's the legendary Pickles. Right, I want to talk about Charles next, don't I? Already mentioned world building. Yeah. Charles himself is peak mascot horror antagonist. An example of peak mascot horror. As the antagonist, he fills the role perfectly. Unsettling to look at. A standout design, even beside the likes of the Ink Demon, who I think is peak character design. Who else is like a really well-designed horror mascot? I know you could say Freddy Fazbear, but let's pick something less obvious. Slender? Slender's pretty damn iconic. I'm trying to think like the absolute best that stick in your mind, because there's a lot of FNAF characters that don't. Who sticks in the minds? The fish from Iron Lung, maybe? Let me think about this for a second. Get out of my head! I don't want to pick Hello Neighbor. That game sucks. I'm thinking DDLC, but that's not really... I'm trying to think more traditional. Maybe like the alien from Alien Isolation. It is the Pickle Lady. Okay. I'm gonna just say Slender. Because Slender Man is legendary character design. No one has forgotten what Slender's like. Baldy's good, but I just don't feel like he's quite as well known. He's actually a very well designed character when you think about it, but nah. I'm trying to think more traditional horror games. Anyway, the way he is a consistent, menacing presence that looms over the whole game, and his transformation at the end just accentuates all of that. Alright, what else? I'm starting to look at aggressively animated, and a standout design even besides the likes of Ink Demon and Slenderman. Yeah, okay. I already talked about the lore. I feel like I kind of mentioned it here. Because I mentioned backstory. I do think the ending is too sudden. We kill Charles, and then it's all over. No closure or conclusion for our character or the Islanders is seen on screen. To be fair, this is better than a drawn-out conclusion, but it feels like, well, Charles is dead. Game over. Still, the sequel potential shown after the credits is certainly interesting, and I do feel invested in where the world of CCC goes next. I forget the name of the island. It's Arachna something. No! Wait, I was... Oh my god, I thought it got rid of all my text. I accidentally hit a button on my mouse that went back. Oh my god, I thought I would have lost all of this and had to type that out again. I'm gonna copy-paste, just to be safe, because holy shit. Oh my god, thank you Steam for being so well designed. Good lord. Alright, I think that's everything gameplay-wise. Oh, looks true, I was one person. Crucially, the story is entwined with the gameplay in a meaningful way. As you go and meet more people and learn more about the story, you also progress the game by collecting the eggs needed for the finale, weapons, possibly hold on. I also need to catch up with chat. Hold on. The story and world. You also progress your own objectives, items, and resources for the finale. It's perfectly... The game doesn't separate story and gameplay that much. Not even for the side quests for Scrap or whatever. Alright, let me just catch up with chat a second. Sticky keys, let's go! Anyway. But yeah, Mac, feel free to lurk, you do whatever, you chat, you listen to this. If you don't have anything to say, yeah. But yeah, nice to have you here, as well as the rest of you. Frog Balloon, I don't think I even said hello, I just realized you were in chat. And yeah, DJ Duncan, hello, welcome to the stream. Hey, what's happening everybody? Anyway, it's, the game's fairly easy to 100%. It's not too hard. I think the Slender minigame is difficult, and finding some of the paint cans are difficult, but everything else is pretty easy. Critical Deadass gave someone permission to use his face as an Easter egg just because his name is Charles. Yeah. What a man. Also, you're absolutely right, Mac. I have to mention Moist Mode if I'm mentioning Easter eggs. I will do that. I'm going to do it at the end. I'll just put Moist Mode. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Are there stealth sections where Charles can interrupt? But the stealth sections are in, like, the caves, right? And in the mines. Charles can't fit in there. Because you have to get off your train. It would be unfair and unbalanced if you had to get off your train and do a stealth section, because then Charles would get you. I mean, there are places where cultists are outside, where Charles can reach you. But that's usually just, like, the entrance or exit of the stealth section. It's not the stealth section itself. Or am I missing something? Because you got, like, the 3 eggs, right? You got the 3 mines where you do stealth sections. That's it, right? Or did I forget something? Door's got a mind of its own. Nah, it's a sleep paralysis demon, guys, clearly. The theme of the spider, yeah, Pickle Lady. Slenderman technically isn't a mascot. Yeah, but he is now. I mean, I would consider Slender a mascot because he represents the Slender mythos, right? It's like the entire mythos and identity of the game is embodied in this character. I'm gonna stick with it. But yeah, you press Control Z if you want to do something like that. Oh, nice. Oh boy. Yeah. That's another thing. I should actually mention that, Duncan. You're absolutely right. The side quests, and side quests, all of which are nice and simple. Force you on one path, and none of the options available to you feel like a drag. Side quests are consistently concise and don't drag out like they do in other games. That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. There are fewer stealthing outside. The train wreckage? Oh, I don't remember. The train... Oh, no, that's just walking through the yard, bro. That's just like when you're... That's like the first thing you do, right? For the, for like one of the guns, I think? I don't remember. I know what you mean, but I don't remember what it was for. But like, you're just walking around and exploring. That also, if you do that first... well, I don't know. Let's just correct that. The, stealth sections off the train... I did specify the ones off the train. I'm just gonna leave it. I appreciate your input, but not sure to change here. Alright, production. There's also, I didn't talk about the map, which is really good. I should talk about that. And here we go. Last but not least. Also, banger music's playing. I just realized I have like a pathological response to hearing Resurrections. It's like I'm just like it wakes me up. Look at this. It displays differently now. It doesn't pop up here anymore. I don't know how I feel about that. They completely changed it. I feel like I should make this smaller now. I could just do this, couldn't I? So what happens if I do this? Hey, actually, this is pretty clean. This is pretty clean, actually. I might just keep it like this from now on. Yeah, look at that. As we were. Yeah, last but not least, this game's map is really good. Not once did I ever get lost, not know where to go, or feel confused about my objectives. Everything is clearly laid out, color-coded, explained, you name it. I mean, in my first playthrough, I think there are a few things that I wasn't clear on, but that was just because it was my first playthrough. Like, it wasn't like an issue. Name it. I think I already mentioned the impressiveness of the map. Because, like, for an indie game, this game's map is huge. Like, this game's map is... Like, I tried measuring the size of the map by using the marker. Oh, I should also mention that. Explained. And you have, what do you call it? Like a marker that shows your distance from an objective outside of the map as well as inside. It's just so clearly thought from the perspective of a player. It demonstrates great thought of the player experience. There we go. Yeah. Right, this is made by like one person. Not only is the sheer size of the game impressive for a single developer's work. I also, I'm just gonna say, not once I ever get lost. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Production. CCC's graphics are good. It seems fairly generic until you notice that everything, I'm going to italicize that, everything is hand-drawn. So it's actually quite stylized. Not everything, actually the character models aren't hand-drawn. Until almost everything. Crucially, Charles himself has an iconic design, as does your train. And none of the models looked that bad. Animation wasn't the best for this game. I find the choice to have voice acting without animated faces quite bizarre. It just looks unfinished. And while Charles looks convincing in most encounters, in some cutscenes during the boss fight, his facial animation in particular looked quite goofy. It didn't really move like an actual face with muscles. Although, he's basically an SCP, so who knows how it really works. Still, I don't have a lot to complain about in this regard. Sound design was... Okay, hold on. Whoa, why did we jump all the way back up there? What just happened? I thought the sound design was good, but pretty average until I heard Charles' haunting whistle. The train whistling was an absolutely perfect way to mesh the idea of Charles into a horror game. Of a spider train into a horror game. Excuse me. Sounds are also very consistent in general, with ambience, music, and effects such as walking on different surfaces, adding flavor to the game. What else have I not talked about? Nothing. I think I've talked about all those things. I'm just for extras. The game's UI is pretty good. It has some basic accessibility features, such as captions. Subtitles, not captions. Such as subtitles. And there are all kinds of nice little bonuses that really motivated me to 100% this game. I love exploring open world maps, and I've found plenty of fun, creepy, and unique Easter eggs hidden around the world. There's also moist mode. Moist mode is the best thing in the game. That's my clear, based, honest opinion. Right, so let's just like do a general review. So, Choo Choo Charles is a uniquely fun adventure, really fun and ambitious adventure game for an indie title made by a single developer, a single programmer, designer, writer, everything except voice acting and beta testing. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but the tone is right, and it has plenty of strengths to balance its weaknesses. Right, I need formatting help. How do you do this? Thank you. So let me sort this out. Bold text. Bold. So I'm gonna have that in bold. I'm gonna have underlined like so. There we go. So just without the slash on the front. There we go. I know this is really long. I'm probably gonna compress it a bit. I also want some italic text somewhere throughout, and also I need spoilers. Anyway. Could do the backwards challenge, that'd be funny. Just break the game. Get that. Alright. Italic text. I'm gonna do italics here, I think. So, here we go. Choo Choo Charles is a uniquely fun and ambitious adventure game for an indie title made by a single programmer slash designer slash writer slash everything except voice acting and beta testing. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but the tone is right and there's plenty of strengths to balance its weaknesses. To make this a bit less incomprehensible, I'm going to add dashes. Slash everything except voice acting and beta testing. I know I also misspelled that. This game is an adventure game first and foremost and has RPG slash quest style progression that feels satisfying to go through, or not go through, since there are a lot of optional objectives in CCC. So Choo Choo Charles is a unique gimmick. Also, I just realised that needs to go over here. And Choo Choo Charles CCC. CCC's unique gimmick behind the game loop central on train is quite compelling. I love how you can upgrade and customize your trains since you're spending a long time there. The game doesn't force you to use it. It is actually possible to leave the game trainless because of the constant roaming throughout of Charles and layout the map. In addition to the fact that your only weapon is attached to the train, a lot of effort was put into making the train fun and replayable, which is very important. Charles encounters are fairly balanced, with an effective tutorial and grace period at the start of the game, and the wide variety of ways to obtain scrap, the currency of CCC. I should put the scrap bit here next to the stealth sections. The entire game loop hinges on having scrap to repair and upgrade your train. While the game is technically beatable without any upgrade, scrap is essential for improving your experience in fighting Charles, which you have to do at least once after the intro sequence. For this reason, I'm pleased that the developer thought to make scrap so abundant via loot boxes and side quests without making the overall game too easy. The game doesn't force you on one path, and none of the options available to feel like a drag. Side quests are consistently concise, and don't drag out like they do in other games. Speaking of side quests, the Slender reference / minigame was marvellous and a truly terrifying experience. Let's get the spoilers ready. So, what are spoilers? I wouldn't consider any of this spoilers. Yeah, none of this is really spoilers, but speaking of side quests, the Slender reference... Whoa. Whoa, what is happening? The Slender reference / minigame was marvellous. And a truly terrifying experience. Arachnophobia aside, the main game isn't really that scary, it's more actiony, but the true horror of the... I'm just gonna spoiler this. Let me just... Needs to go without the slash. The eerie and ghostly sound effects and the cat on the maze really got my heart rate up. Not knowing where to rush while a horrifying grave visage sped towards me was really scary. The stealth sections off the train. This is a bit of a spoiler. Stealth sections off the train admittedly felt undercooked. It's good that they were exclusive to areas where Charles couldn't reach you. Mostly... pretty much exclusive to areas where Charles couldn't reach, but they lack complexity and the cultists were super annoying. It was unclear what their range of vision was, and the sheer knockback of their guns and the whole section becomes unplayable if you are spotted just once. It's annoying. Mowing them down later in the game felt real good though. Last but not least, this game's map is really good. Not only is the sheer size of the game impressive for a single developer's work, not once did I ever get lost and not know where to go or feel confused about my objectives. Everything is clearly laid out, color-coded, explained, and you have a marker that you can place anywhere at any time that shows your distance from an objective outside of the map as well as inside. It demonstrates great consideration of the player experience. The premise of the story is fairly compelling. What is and isn't spoilers? The whole story is basically spoilers, so I like the idea that we're some monster hunter and Eugene is one of the most iconic, likable tutorial characters I've played, which is especially tragic since he dies soon as the tutorial is over. The most takes the interesting September way for the story effectively. And that leads us to the colourful cast of the rest of the Islanders. Almost all of them have an interesting personality and place in the world. Between the solid building and backstory of the overall game, there are individual highlights and amazing humour, such as the Pickle Lady. She is a legend. Maybe I'll put the spoiler there, actually, such as the legendary Pickle Lady. Charles himself is an example of peak mascot horror. As an antagonist, feels real perfect, unsettling to look at, aggressively animated, and a standout design even besides the likes of the Ink Demon and Slenderman. He's a consistently menacing presence that looms over the whole game, and his transformation at the end just accentuates all of that. I do think the ending is... I'm gonna spoiler all of this. Too sudden. We kill Charles and it's all over. No closure or conclusion for our character and the others is seen on screen. To be fair, it's better than a drawn-out conclusion, but it feels like, well, Charles is dead. Game over. Still, the sequel potential after the credits is certainly interesting, and I do feel invested in where the world of Choo Choo Charles goes next. Crucially, the story is entwined with the gameplay in a meaningful way. As you go and meet more people, you learn more about the story and world. You also progress your own objectives, items, and resources for the finale. The game doesn't separate story and gameplay that much, not even for the side quests for scrap. Not even on side quests for scrap. Production. God damn it, I did it again. I'm so glad it saves. It's weird, I can't drag it anymore. The graphics are good. It seems very dramatic, so you notice that almost everything is hand-drawn. So it's actually quite stylized. Crucially, Charles himself has an iconic design, as does your train, and none of the models look that bad. Animation wasn't the best. I find the choice of voice acting without animated faces quite bizarre. It just looks unfinished. And while Charles looks convincing in most encounters, in some cutscenes during the boss fight... Just spoil that. His facial animation in particular looked quite goofy. It didn't really move like an actual face of muscles, although it's basically an SCP, so who knows how it really works. Still, I have a lot to play out in this regard. I thought the sound design was good, but pretty average, until I heard Charles' haunting whistle. The train whistling was an absolutely perfect way to mesh the idea of Spider Train to a horror game. The sounds are also very consistent in general, with ambience music and effects such as walking on different surfaces adding flavour to the game. Extras, the game UI is pretty good. It has some basic accessibility features such as subtitles, all kinds of nice little bonuses that really motivated me to 100% this game. I love exploring open world maps, and I found plenty of fun, creepy, and unique Easter eggs hidden around the world. There's also Moist Mode. Moist Mode is the best thing in the game. I'm not going to spoiler that, because someone who's never played before reading this is just like, what's Moist Mode? And I'm not going to... Because you can only get that with commands anyway. So it's not really a spoiler. Anyway, I'm going to allow comment as always, and I'm going to say, yes, I do recommend this game. And conclude with... Conclusion. So overall, I love this game. I've played for 15 hours. I played for 15 hours without getting bored, and I'll always remember it as one of the best indie horror games. Honestly, I think I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Like, I think, to be honest about my actual rating out of 10, if this was on a tier list, I would give this game an A tier. I came here thinking, I'm not sure how good this game really is, let's think about it, but what is there to dislike about this game? I'm not a fan of some of the animation. I'm not a fan of the cultists and the stealth sections. And there's certain bits of the game which I just kind of feel air about, like the sound design. Other than that one sound effect, it's like, yeah, it's good. You know, the sound effects and the ambience is solid. To be fair, I was listening to the music for a while. These games always have good songs. But, like, the game loop with, like, the train combat is fantastic. I love the secrets and the collectibles and the world to explore. Most of the production is good. Most of the, you know... Again, like, the customization of the train and all the things you could do on the train and handle the Charles encounters with the different kinds of weapons is really well thought out. And the, you know, the player experience, like the UI and the controls and the game function. I didn't even mention some of these things, but... Like, I don't think there's a lot I can fault this game for, but the only reason I'm not giving it a 9 out of 10 is because those stealth sections were a bit frustrating, and they were actually, like, you know, a big part of the gameplay. And I also, again, I felt the ending for the story was just way too sudden. It's like, it just ends, and it's like, it's cool, and I love the ending shot in the credits of Charles's, like, carcass, but it's like, that's it? Don't really get any kind of closure or conclusion. It just sort of suddenly it's over as soon as the boss fight is done. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think that's a fair ranking. It's like definitely better than an 8, but it's not quite a 9. So I'm gonna post my review And yeah, it's a long one, definitely, but that's just how these things go. I always type these things out pretty long, so you don't have to give it a read. But, whoops, no, don't go to my wish list. Although, there are definitely games I want to check out. I probably would buy this, but it's not a good time. Who am I kidding? I'm not afraid of the news, I just, you know. But if we go to my reviews now, I have now done 10 reviews. This review has brought my review count into double digits. So this is my review in full. Oh, actually, I should edit that. I should format the last paragraph. Can I format the last paragraph, please? Please and thank you. Hello? Store page, sorry, wrong one. Can I edit my review? I know that there is a way. I just need to change some of the formatting. I'm just going to put this back in bold. So, B/B. And I'm going to underline this as well. Here we go. /U. Save changes. But there we go, guys. That is my Choo Choo Charles review in full. But yeah. But yeah, Azu, welcome to the stream. Yep. How do you do? Anyway. But yeah, that is, you know, that is the review. But yeah, that was cool. Cool game. Just interesting to see here in the discussion what this is about. I forgot how much this game was worth. $20? I mean, your mileage may vary by your income. If $20 is a lot, then skip the game till it goes on sale. Janky Nose Hair Guy is speaking facts. I might wait until Resident Evil 4 is on sale before I buy it, just to save money, since I've waited anyway. Because it's still full price right now. But yeah, Choo Choo Charles. Pretty, honestly, $20 is probably overpriced. It's £16.75. I feel like that is a bit overpriced considering the size of the game, but honestly, it was a really good game, so I don't mind. I like supporting indie devs anyway. I'm not gonna complain. It's not like Hello Neighbor, which is like £30. But yeah, people have been, you know, complaining about that. Damn. Just curious as well, there was a guide. Ah, yes! How to Sex Charles. Very important guide. Very important. Love seeing this. Great. Good to know. Thank you. That's delightful. I really needed to know that. What? Once done correctly, both trains will reproduce for half a second. Now I want to try this. There's a low poly crab? I never found this. I remember the gravestone, but I don't remember this. There's a low poly crab. It's probably an asset that's supposed to not exist anymore. That's really weird. I had no idea that was a thing. Secret note location. Oh yeah, I remember this. Wait, no I don't! Why I Hate Charles, this is a secret note. You can parkour onto the roof. I think this is the guy who gives you the explosives for the end of the game on the bridge. Yeah, I've never found this. There's still secrets in this game I haven't found. Oh, I hate Charles. Charles is very ugly. Charles is very stinky. Charles has incredibly sharp teeth, and not in a good way. Charles is mean. Charles runs above the speed limit. Charles listens to 80s music and thinks that makes him quirky, with an E. Critical Calvin? Charles listens to 80s music. Guys, it's canon. That's so cool. I didn't know about this. Now I want to, like, actually go and, like, find this in the game. I'm gonna favorite these. for personal reasons, and I may or may not do them on camera. Well, let me give the English guide. There was an English version of this guide, it's somewhere. But anyway, that's cool. That's real nice. That's real epic. Also, oh my gosh, I've been streaming longer than I thought I would. It's been an hour and a half. It's been a whole hour and a half. Oh my goodness. Alright. Just gonna get rid of this now. Don't need any more. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. Awesome game. Awesome sauce. Now I kind of want to play it again. Maybe I will! Guys, maybe Choo Choo Charles will return at some point. Who knows? For now, though, that's it. That is my review. We are done. I thought the stream would only be an hour. It's been an hour and a half. That's fine. But, yeah. But, yeah. So, I guess we're going to end the stream now. Just going to read the QOTDs. So 2 stars, it's pretty unsure whether or not he wants to make a sequel. To put it shortly, making sequels to this game has its obvious upsides and downsides. There's a lot of potential, but nothing can be a good sequel unless you know how sequels can be done right. If you want to know what you're doing, if you want to make... You gotta know what you're doing if you gotta make a sequel of any sort to a game. Okay. Interesting. QOTD, never played and heard of this game my whole life. Azu, what are you doing? I'm spoiling it for you. Go experience it. Go play it blind, unless you don't care. It's been months. You've had your chance, I guess. Maybe. No, if you've never heard of it, that's not fair. Sorry, man. Nothing I can do. But yeah. Also, yeah, Gus the Bus. We never encountered Gus the Bus. That'd be cool. If it continues with the cave full of eggs, go to the mainland. Yeah, because it's like there are other monsters, right? And our character's still alive, even if Eugene's gone, so... But yeah, now... I'm struggling to pick a QOTD here. Because to be honest, Duncan went into detail, but he didn't actually specify anything about what the upsides and downsides of a sequel are. You just said there's a lot of potential, but it can't be good unless you make it good and you know what to do. So, I mean, I think there are obvious things, but you didn't say, and I don't want to speak for you. As he was obviously joking, and that just leaves DJ, which actually talks about some of the things that weren't as explored in the game and what was teased. So you know what? I'm going to give DJ the QOTD win. I think that was the most convincing answer. Guys, check out Super Mario DJ. He's on YouTube. He exists. He has content that you may or may not enjoy. Won't know till you try. You can see the kind of videos he does, all the games, some Nintendo stuff, some FNAF, Baldi, DDLC, you know, plush, like, videos, let's plays, role plays, live streams, there's all kinds. So check it out. Yeah, I'm just going to add his link there. It's with comment relief. You can find all the things linked in the description as always. And that's it. So I'm just going to wrap this up now, bring the stream to a close. On your channel anniversary, really? I didn't know. Nice. Nice. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay hydrated.